Hey, what's up? Heading into Easter weekend here. It's a Monday, Thursday. Tomorrow the holiday. First one that I've had in a while. Had a couple days off earlier this year just to take mom different places for doctors and things. But other than that, it's been pretty steady and rough. So tomorrow will be a welcome day off. Today, though, I want to talk about. Yesterday, I was talking about kind of like weight loss and stuff. This is chapter 12. Travel Chronicles, chapter 12, by the way. And I had a really good run last night. Probably the best run that I've ever had, including races or just time trial and stuff. Just took off last night. Just felt really good, and just I was only going to go 2 miles, but I was like, I feel pretty good. I think I'm just going to run the loop, and I ran 3.5 miles. I'm getting around 3.5 miles by the time I get back to the house, and I try to run most of the way, but it was 3.5 miles in less than 35 minutes. So I'm pretty sure the 3 mile split was really quick because the last half mile was pretty slow. I'll check everything today, but it felt fast. It felt good. I was talking about weight loss things today. I was going to talk about having a morning routine and why I think it's important. And I've changed a lot of things that I do in the morning in the last 4 months. And, well, 6 months. Might as well say 6 months. Maybe back to November, but 2019. But even before that, it's been a kind of an evolution. Because I started out just trying to do something, some kind of little thing in the morning, and I was doing, just push-ups off of the counter, not like full push-ups, but just kind of incline push-ups as something to do, just, okay, I brushed my teeth and got ready, I'm going to just, rack off some push-ups, that's kind of how it started. And then eventually it got to, I got yelled at for that, for one, so I had to abandon the counter push-ups. And then I went to, I'm trying to think what else. I think maybe just planks, doing planks in the morning, like 30 seconds or a minute. Might do a couple. And then I got into doing some more, I had plantar fasciitis, so then I got into doing some stretches, incorporated with the planks. And then I read an article about what Steph Curry would do because he had ankle issues, and I've had bad ankle issues. Not that I'm a high performance athlete by any means, but he did some yoga to strengthen his hips to get the pressure off of his ankles, so his hips would do more of the turning than putting all the force on his ankles to turn. And while that made a lot of sense, so I started incorporating those exercises daily. Try to. And so then it was about probably 5 to 10 minutes worth of stretching in the morning that I did. Around November of last year, I started adding these breathing exercises. And breathing is just so underrated. It's something we just take for granted that we're doing. And it's like, I just need air. But there's certain ways that you can breathe that really make a difference. And I found that out. And the method I've been doing is the Wim Hof method. So you take 30 deep breaths. You don't fully exhale the breath, though. You just kind of let your lungs collapse back to where they're almost even with atmospheric pressure, and then you take another breath, and you don't pause. There's no holding the breaths or anything during those 30 breaths. Just breathe from the stomach, the chest, and try to fully expand dioxide, in your system, and you brought oxygen in to everything, blood, maybe your tissues even get saturated with it. I'm not sure the full physiological properties that are going on there, but that's what it feels like. You have this massive amount of oxygen reserved in your body, and until you get kind of used to it, you might hold your breath for 30 seconds, 40 seconds, and then just feel like you're gonna, die, because it's like, I'm holding my breath. But you take those series of breaths, you actually breathe out at the end, and you can hold your breath for a couple of minutes pretty easy. And even, I may take like just, small breath every once in a while, but after you get past like the 2-minute part, you're not really trying to take those breaths anymore, and then you can focus, for like the next 2 minutes on just not breathing in. You may have to exhale some carbon dioxide just to release some pressure where that's coming back into your lungs and stuff, but it's pretty crazy, and I'm not sure what he figured out and how he figured it out, but it really is amazing. So I do the breathing, then I'll do 10 minutes of meditation. Just sit there and I listen to the solfeggio tones. Try to do 528 hertz, which is supposed to be healing. Let the body heal, help the body heal. I think that's a really good thing. That's actually biblical. Where they pulled that out of. There's, I think, 6 or so different tones that do different things. And, I'm willing to accept that somebody's figured out that one is the one that kind of repairs tissues or muscles or whatever. I will accept that work. So I do the meditation if I have time. And, when it was on standard time, I tried to stay on daylight savings time, so I had a little extra time. I would take a cold shower in the morning after that, and then I would do my routine stuff to get ready for work usually. Make my lunch, eat breakfast, then check my phone. Try to do minimal amounts of phone interactions, because the other thing that I've kind of learned through this process is that you can, when you're sleeping, there's 5 different brain states, okay, and like the deepest sleep that you have where you're not doing anything is called delta brain waves. So it's kind of like where your body recovers, you're actually not doing anything, it's not REM sleep, nothing, it's just deep, motionless sleep, nothing going on. Then you've got the REM sleep, which is kind of like theta brain waves, and then on the other side of that, where you're conscious but not really doing anything, is when you have alpha brain waves. And this is where you're trying to stay in an alpha state in the morning by doing these just little routine things. You're not thinking about things, trying to solve problems, trying to, interact with your phone or something. So, the first 40 minutes, I try not to do any phone stuff. If I'm doing the full routine, if I'm able to get the cold shower, I do the other morning stuff. Then I'll do the yoga. Then I'll do the stretches and different things. And at the end of that, now I've thrown in just some barbell lifts just to get the blood pumping a little bit and just to actually work the arms a little bit. So my morning routine, if I can do it, if I have enough time, ideally I do Wim Hof breathing. I do meditation for about 10 minutes. Then I'll do a little light stretching with my legs right after that, mostly glute stretches and pulling the knee up in, just to kind of get moving a little bit. Then cold shower. Then breakfast or something if you're going to do that. If not, you can wait till after you do the yoga, even if you're not trying to keep stuff moving or break things up. But then I would do yoga. what I call yoga. It's essentially some stretches, some planks, and some leg lifts at the end. But it's it's probably if somebody that actually practices yoga looks at it like that's not yoga, but that's fine. That's what I do. That's what I call it. And then I'll do like a little bit of the weightlifting, just arms, and then I'm off. So I think it's important, to find that routine, something you can get into, something easy to do, and it doesn't have to be overly complicated. Like I said, this has been an evolution for me. I started out, probably didn't take more than 45 seconds to do something, just in the morning, and now it's, probably an hour and a half or so if I was going to do everything and take my time and really do it. But you feel good afterwards. You feel ready, and once you have that routine out of the way, then you're ready to kind of tackle the day. You're at a 0 point, so to speak. You do all the other stuff to get to a point where you're ready to start. It's kind of crazy, but I think it's been beneficial for me. I enjoy it. Because you really, you get into it, you feel like you're doing something good for yourself, and it's. I think people are going to have different routines, and not everybody's going to do what I do. And it took me a while to get to where I'm at doing what I do, so I wouldn't expect anybody else to do that, especially not to start off with, because it's just going to be like, oh my goodness, this is insane. Why would I do all this? I got other stuff to do. And that's kind of the thing. That's the whole point of it. Yeah, you've got other stuff to do. You need to be ready to do it. But, to me, it's worth it. It's taken me a while to get to that point, but it is worth it. Even if it costs me a half hour of sleep in the morning, I think if I stay in that alpha state, I'm actually not too bad. All right. Well, that's all for today. Stay safe. Have a happy Easter. Stay COVID-free, because we're still in that. All right. Later.